All right, now we have talked about the inputs. Let's put this trade manager expert into action. So the interface is really simple. It's really intuitive. You're gonna find a lot of other tools in the market with a lot of functionality that you will never use in your life as a trader, but you have those. This tool is simple, is really done by a team of traders and is being used, frankly speaking, on a daily basis. There's more than 600 users already using it around the world. So to start, it's simple. We're gonna click for a new trade. You have 3 lines. So the stop loss, the entry price, and the take profit with the information around the trade that you are taking. So it's basically you're planning your trade. You can simply, if you want to take a buy, just to switch. So here you're in a buy configuration, or you can simply just drag your stop loss or drag your price. So we're gonna change the trade that you are taking. One thing you need to notice that basically you can always change your stop loss and your entry to change the type of trade, so a buy or a sell. However, the take profit is the weak line. Whenever we are changing a take profit, it will always respect the order of stop loss and entry. So if stop loss is above the entry, we are in a sell mode, so take profit will always be below. And if I move it the other way, it's the same. If I try to take my take profit, put it below, it will not allow. There's some little configuration in this tool that will help you, especially if you are a beginner, in order not to do some mistakes, and it will help you also when you are moving your lines to have different buttons here that are showing. So in my case, I can go for a buy, or I can go for a buy limit. If I change a little bit my price, I'll go above the price, current price. Basically, I'm in a buy or a buy stop. And the same if I'm trying, let's say, to take some sells. In this case, I'm in a sell stop, sell limit, or I can trigger a sell, and the other way is a sell stop and a sell. So you have the buttons that are enabled, disabled automatically based on the condition here that you can take. Now we're done with the different lines that we have on the charts. Let's talk a little bit about the risk and how this works. Basically, I can simply say that I'm risking percent. If you notice here, it is showing me that I'm risking 1.99. Why this is happening? Because based on the price that I'm taking and the stop loss, I have a number of points, and the calculation will tell me that I'm gonna lose if I'm taking 0.8, 199.2, which is a 1.99 of my balance. It's not exactly 2%. So it will adjust a little bit the risk in order for you to know exactly what risk you are taking. So if I put, let's say, for example, 3%, it's the same. If I put 3.5%, well, it will reduce a little bit or it will increase a little bit in order to reflect really with the lot that you are taking, with the stop loss distance, how much risk you are taking. Here I'm trying to change my percentage from my balance. However, let's say on this trade, I want just to take a $100 risk. Automatically, it's gonna calculate your risk from the balance and the equivalent lot size. And the same, I can simply tell, well, you know what, I'm gonna just trade 0.3. And in this case, the same, it's gonna show you the risk and money and the balance. And as you saw, there's always a yellow background around the latest modified parameters. So here I changed a lot. If I change here to $100, you have this yellowish background that show you what was your decision to change. Now let's change the stop loss. I asked the EA to risk $100 for a 249 points. It gave me a 0.4 lot. Now if I change the stop loss, the wider the stop loss, the smaller will be the lot size. Why? Because you have a triangular formula between the distance of the stop loss, how much points you are risking, how much money you are risking, and you're calculating your volume with. So you have volume, risk, and stop loss distance. So whenever a stop loss is getting closer to your price, basically your volume will be higher as long as your risk in money or your risk in general is not changing. All right. So basically that's for the risk. Let's talk a little bit about risk reward. Risk reward, here I have fixed and I locked it to 2. That means whenever I'm moving my stop loss, automatically my take profit is moving, and I have always a 1 risk for 2 risk reward. However, if I change it to 1, for example, automatically I have this. I changed my price, automatically I will have this adapted, and I can free it. When I free it, basically whenever I'm changing my stop loss or my price, my take profit is not moving, and I can just move it manually. So it's up to you, up to your trade plan. Both options are valid and can be used, and you can even free or lock your stop loss. Alright, now we talked about the plan your trade part. One thing you need to notice, the defaulted value that we have put in our inputs. Here I have, for example, I have changed the configuration to 1. Whenever I'm clicking to take a new trade, automatically it will default back the risks that I have put inside the panel. So in this case, I had 2% of my balance. However, let me change the configuration just to show you this. Let me tell the tool, well, I need to risk only $100. Okay, so by default, here I have that tool that restarted. By default, when I click, automatically I have $100. For X reason, I'm risking $5,000 now. Well, I can't, I don't have that enough balance to do it. And this is a good example. I was talking about this. Let me show you. If you hit Ctrl+T and you go basically to experts, you have all the information that are available here. And in this case, for example, I'm obliged to take only 4.72 lots because it is what my free margin will allow me to take. So more than this, my broker will not accept the trade. So Team Manager also, in this case, will help you automate this decision. Sometimes you're gonna put a stop order of 100 lots, and when the price hit it, it will not execute because you don't have enough money. In this case, it will protect you somehow and just allow you to take what risk you can allow or afford with your margin. Let's get back to our example. So here, if I cancel, I get back, automatically I have $100 again set for my account. So here we are in a good sell setup. So let me just sell. And in this case, when I sell, two things that you have noticed I have now on my screen. I have basically this part that is activated, which is manage my trade. So I can see here all the trades that I'm gonna manage. I can add the break even. I'm gonna take the examples and so on it. And I have this pip counter. This can be disabled from the inputs. You can show it or you can disable. The idea of this pip counter is really to see the different trades that we have. Here, for example, I have only one trade. I'm gonna explain a little bit the break even and the partials on it before going and explain the focus mode and explain how to manage multiple trades.
This is all what about in the plan your trade section. The next episode is about how you manage your trade. Stay tuned. Meanwhile, I count on you to like the video and to subscribe to our channel. Thank you.